warrior. Within you lies an invisible line. It separates your authentic self from the image the world expects you to project. Most cross this line unaware, bending, shrinking, or forcing themselves to fit in to be accepted, liked, or validated. It starts small, with subtle compromises. You let someone interrupt you and laugh it off. You nod along to ideas you don't believe in to avoid conflict. You say "I'm fine" when you're not, just to spare others discomfort. These habits take root, and before you know it, you're living for others, not yourself. Stoic philosophers warned of this long ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "I'm constantly amazed we love ourselves more than others, yet value their opinions over our own. We claim to cherish ourselves, but trade our dignity for fleeting scraps of approval." Reflect on that. How often do you replay conversations, wishing you'd spoken your truth? How many times have you swallowed an insult to avoid seeming difficult? That's where the erosion begins. When you diminish yourself, acting weaker or less capable, you signal to the world how to treat you, and the world rarely exceeds the standard you set. The Stoic path isn't arrogance or untouchability. It's standing so firmly in your truth that no one can pull you down unless you allow it. Success isn't fame or wealth. It's living as the person who first recognizes your worth, guided by an unbreakable inner code. Not for love, not for money, not for belonging. Here's the hard truth: when you lower yourself for others, you erode your self-respect. Lose that, and you invite others to follow suit. The Stoics saw this as a moral failing, a betrayal of your own integrity. Epictetus taught never to trade your integrity for things that don't matter. If something costs your self-respect, its price is too high, no matter the promise. In this video, we'll explore 5 Stoic lessons to stop diminishing yourself, practical truths you can apply to stand firm. These aren't empty platitudes. They're clear, actionable insights to help you hold your ground without aggression, value your voice without constant validation, and earn respect quietly. Stoicism doesn't just tell you what to do, it explains why it matters, grounding you in purpose. Because when you grasp this philosophy, you realize it's not about winning social games. It's about protecting your most vital relationship, the one with yourself. Picture a version of you that never justifies your worth, unshaken by challenges, and anchored in dignity. That version isn't a fantasy, it's a skill you can build, but only if you stop shrinking yourself and live by a code no one can rewrite. These 5 Stoic lessons will anchor you in strength, dignity, and inner worth. Starting today. By the end of this video, you'll master 5 Stoic lessons to anchor you in resilience, dignity, and self-worth. These aren't for impressing others, but for building a quiet confidence that ensures you never betray yourself. Your self-respect sets the standard for how the world engages with you. Before we dive, make a promise not to me, but to yourself. Commit today to stop shrinking for those who don't value your growth. If you're ready, stay with me through every lesson. Each builds on the last. So, don't skip a single moment. If this message resonates, hit like, share it with someone losing their self-respect, and subscribe to join this journey. Drop a comment saying, "Today, I reclaim my worth." Let's build a community of professionals who stand tall in their truth. First, stop justifying yourself to everyone, constantly explaining your actions, choices, or or dreams, hands your power to others. It seems polite, like you're seeking understanding, but it signals doubt in your own judgment, inviting others to question your worth. Epictetus taught that if you want to write, just write. He didn't say, explain why you write until others approve. Stoics knew your actions should speak for themselves. Over-explaining invites scrutiny, letting others poke at your reasons and sow doubt in your mind. This habit stems from insecurity, a subtle belief your choices need external validation to matter. That's diminishing yourself, begging permission to be you. By over-explaining, you say, I don't fully trust my judgment without your approval. That's a trap you can't afford. Not everyone will agree with your decisions. Not everyone will understand you, and that's fine. You don't owe the world your story. If someone dislikes your choices, that's their emotional burden, not yours to fix. Stop wasting energy justifying your path to those who aren't walking it. You explain why you left a job, ended a relationship, or changed your life. But those you justify to often aren't there when you stumble. Stoicism teaches peace comes from focusing on what you control. Others' opinions aren't on that list. Guard your energy for your own growth. Every moment spent making others understand you is a moment lost living authentically. When you stop over-explaining, you declare, I trust my path without your approval. That's raw self-respect, no arrogance needed, just clarity in your choices and purpose. Notice those with quiet confidence. They don't justify every move. They act with conviction. You don't need to be rude or distant, but recognize your life isn't a courtroom where every choice must be defended. Let your actions speak louder than any explanation. Think of those who command respect effortlessly. They don't drown others in reasons for their choices. They act with purpose, and that clarity draws admiration. Over-explaining weakens your presence. It's a subtle way of lowering your value in others' eyes. Imagine you're in a meeting, pitching an idea. If you pile on justifications, you signal uncertainty. Present it clearly. Then pause. You project strength. Stoicism teaches that your worth drives your decisions. Let actions, not endless words, prove your value. Others may still judge you, but their opinions can't shake a stronger you. Next time you feel the urge to explain to someone who doesn't need it, pause. Ask yourself, is their approval essential to my path? If not, your silence speaks louder than any defense. Seneca said, surround yourself with those who make you better, not those who demand your explanations. Not everyone will get you, and that's okay. What matters is that you know your worth and act on it without seeking a chorus of agreement. The person who constantly explains hands their value to others. The one who acts with conviction owns their worth. Start here, cut the explanations. Speak when it matters. Stand firm in your choices without needing applause. Your life will feel lighter, your presence stronger. True influence doesn't come from shouting your worth. It's living in a way that makes it undeniable. If you're ready to trust yourself more, comment below, I no longer justify my value. Next, stop chasing others' attention. It's a trap that diminishes your dignity. One of the most destructive ways we lower ourselves is scrambling for attention from those who don't value us. In friendships, relationships, or work, you overextend yourself not for your goals, but to be noticed, chosen, or deemed worthy by others. When you chase attention, you signal their approval outweighs your self-respect. The Stoics saw this clearly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your soul takes the color of your thoughts. If your mind is consumed with, 'How do I get noticed?' your actions reflect desperation, not strength." Genuine respect and connection can't be forced. If someone sees your worth, they'll show it without you begging. If not, no effort will suffice. They don't view you through the lens of your true value. Chasing attention puts you in a mental auction, bidding for your own worth. You let others decide your value in that chase. It's a dangerous game. Stoics would say, you're letting what's beyond your control steal your peace. The trap: you might win their attention briefly, they respond, engage, or praise, but it's fleeting, built on your effort, not respect. When you stop chasing, their attention fades, and you're back to running after it. This cycle exhausts you, tying your worth to their fleeting notice instead of your inherent value. The Stoic approach: step out of the race entirely. Refuse to play a game that devalues you. If someone makes you fight for their time or recognition, they're showing you they don't value you as you deserve. The most respected people you know don't beg for notice. They focus on their purpose, principles, and growth, drawing others to them naturally. Attention follows, a life lived with intention, not as a goal to chase. Stop asking, "How do I get their notice?" Instead, ask, "Do I want attention from someone who only values me when I beg?" The answer will clarify your path and protect your dignity. Epictetus said, "To improve, be content to be thought foolish or clueless. Embrace being misjudged while quietly building your worth." The right people will see your value without you shouting it. Stop performing for approval, act with purpose instead. You can still care and engage, but don't tie your worth to their attention. Others sense when you're chasing their approval, even if you mask it with humor or over-effort. That energy speaks louder than words. When you stop seeking, you reclaim your power. By refusing to beg for notice, you shift from "see me" to "I know who I am." You don't need to shrink to be seen. Over time, the right people will value you without effort, and those who ignored you will wonder why you stopped trying. That's when you see attention's true cost. What you need isn't attention, it's respect. And respect comes when you refuse to beg for it. Live as someone who knows their worth, not as someone waiting for others to define it. Your importance starts in your mind, not in their validation. Third, master the art of walking away without warning. Strength isn't always fighting or proving yourself. It's often the quiet choice to leave, without fanfare, explanation, or seeking permission. Walking away silently preserves your dignity and reclaims your power. You lower yourself by lingering in places that don't deserve you, hoping others will change or finally see your worth. Staying out of loyalty to a toxic situation isn't noble, it's self-betrayal. Stoics knew the bravest act is letting go when it's time. Seneca advised, "Surround yourself with those who lift you higher." If a relationship or environment doesn't enhance your life or character, it's not worth your energy. Walking away isn't cold, it's protecting your mind, dignity, and future from what diminishes you. Announcing your exit, "I'll leave if things don't change," gives others a chance to manipulate you. They might promise change or say what you want to hear, but it's often temporary. Silent withdrawal shows you've decided your worth isn't up for negotiation. You don't need their approval or understanding to choose peace over chaos. Walking away quietly preserves your energy, no begging, no drama, just a firm choice to protect your value. Stoics knew your peace is worth more than their validation. There's dignity in silence. No final speeches or pleas for recognition, just action. You leave, move forward, and reclaim your space. Those who truly value you will reach out authentically. Those who don't will reveal who belongs in your life. Stoicism teaches you to control what you can like, where you invest your energy. You can't force others to respect or value you, but you can choose not to stay where you're undervalued. Leaving silently is a powerful statement of self-respect. Walking away reshapes you internally. It builds reliance on your own standards, not others' reactions. It strengthens your self-respect, proving you don't need permission to escape what harms you. This choice sets a new standard for how you're treated. This isn't about cutting ties impulsively over minor slights. It's recognizing patterns of disrespect and acting decisively. If someone consistently undervalues you, trust their actions and move on without waiting for them to become someone they're not. Apply this to work, friendships, or any space that diminishes you. No need for grand exits or social media rants. Just step away quietly. Move toward environments where your value is seen and your presence is honored without a fight. This silent strength creates a ripple effect. People notice you don't cling or beg for a place you don't belong. Paradoxically, this earns respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike those who hurt you. Rise above by walking away." Every time you leave what doesn't serve your worth, you're not losing. You're protecting your most precious asset, yourself. Comment below. My silence is my strength. Guard your value by choosing where you invest your presence wisely. Fourth, guard your time like a priceless treasure. Lowering yourself often happens when you let others or tasks steal your hours. By giving time carelessly, you signal your life isn't valuable enough to protect, diminishing your worth in subtle but real ways. Seneca warned, "It's not that we have too little time, but that we waste too much." Every moment you give away is a piece of your life you can't reclaim. Yet, you often spend hours on people or tasks that drain you, driven by guilt or fear of disappointing others. When you're always available, answering every call, taking on others' tasks, or agreeing to demands, you signal your time is cheap. This invites others to treat it as such. Guarding your time isn't selfish. It's a declaration that your life and goals matter. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to another. Without intention, you're saying no to your growth, peace, or dreams. Stoicism teaches you to control what you can. Your time is one of those things. Choose where it goes with the same care you'd give your most valued asset. Imagine being given 86, 400 to spend in a day. You'd be deliberate. You have 86, 400 seconds daily. Yet many treat them as worthless. Be as intentional with your time as you would with money. Prioritize what aligns with your purpose and strengthens your resolve. Wasting time on meaningless tasks or people who don't respect it leads to regret. Stoics called this a moral failure, not living wrongly, but living without awareness. Protect your time to live with purpose, ensuring every moment serves your growth and values. Guarding your time means setting boundaries. Say no without over-explaining. Schedule your priorities as you would a critical meeting because you are worth that respect. Eliminate time wasters, from people to habits that pull you from your path. Mindless scrolling, pointless arguments, or overcommitting to low-value tasks. These are subtle ways you diminish yourself. Those minutes add up to years spent on what doesn't matter. Protect your time, and you protect the life you're building with intention. When you value your time, others follow. If they see you don't waste it, they'll hesitate to squander it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Don't live as if you have endless years. Death looms always. So, use your time to live well, aligned with your purpose." Living well means investing time in what makes you stronger and brings peace. Don't lower yourself by giving it to what pulls you from your vision. Before committing, ask, if this were my last week, would I spend time on this? If not, reconsider. Your time is your only irreplaceable asset. Treat it as sacred. Comment below, "My time is priceless. I use it with purpose." Fifth, speak less, but make your words count. Talking too much, especially to fill silence or prove yourself, dilutes your presence and influence. Words carry immense power, but when overused, they lose weight. Stoics valued restraint. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that speech must serve truth and purpose, not ego or fleeting emotions. Speak with intention, or you risk diluting your influence. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen twice as much as we speak." Talking excessively invites misinterpretation or snap judgments. More critically, aimless speech weakens your voice, signaling you're seeking approval rather than standing in your truth. Think of those you respect. They don't dominate conversations. They listen, observe, and speak with precision. Their words carry weight because they're deliberate. When you speak less, your voice gains authority, commanding attention without effort. Speaking sparingly creates quiet influence, not through manipulation, but through purpose. It gives you time to think, ensuring your words align with your values. This discipline prevents rash promises or regrettable outbursts that undermine your self-respect. Talking without purpose often stems from fear of being ignored or misunderstood. But Stoics teach pausing between impulse and response, filtering out the unnecessary. This restraint is a shield, protecting your dignity from careless words that diminish you. When you speak to fill silence or prove your worth, you're chasing validation. True strength lies in silence that speaks louder than noise. People remember those who stay composed, who don't defend every moment or indulge in gossip. They exude quiet power. This doesn't mean becoming distant. It's about letting silence work for you. Your actions, presence, and consistency speak louder than words. Discipline in speech reflects self-respect, showing the world you don't need to overshare to prove your value. Speaking less also lets you control your narrative. The less you reveal, the less others can twist your story. You decide what to share, when, and with whom. This control commands respect, as others sense your words are chosen, not spilled carelessly. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it's not true, don't say it. If it's not right, don't do it." Filter your words through this lens. Is it necessary? Is it true? When you speak with this clarity, your communication becomes powerful, impactful, and unshakable. Practically, pause before speaking. Ask, does this add value? Listen actively, not to reply, but to understand. Replace filler words with purposeful presence. Let your quiet confidence fill the room, proving your worth without a single unnecessary syllable. Silence can be your answer, your boundary, and your strength all at once. Master the art of saying less, and your words will carry undeniable weight. People will listen because you speak with purpose, reflecting the confidence of someone who knows their value. Stop chasing influence through words. Let it come naturally. Your presence speaks before your voice does. Comment below. My silence holds power. My words carry weight. Diminishing yourself isn't one moment, it's a slow erosion of small compromises. A concession here, a silence there. An extra effort for those who don't care. These chip away at you. Over time, you look in the mirror and feel invisible. Stoics remind us that worth isn't tied to titles, applause, or being the loudest in the room. Your value comes from living by principles you never betray. It's the quiet confidence that your worth isn't negotiable. Each lesson here reinforces that respect starts with you. Decide you're worthy, then live in a way that proves it without begging. Marcus Aurelius said, "You control your mind, not external events." Grasp this, and you'll find strength. You can't control how others see you, but you can shape how you see yourself. Choose to never lower yourself, and the world will adjust to your standard. Your worth isn't something others give or take. It's yours to protect and honor. Like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Live with the resilience and dignity that make your value undeniable. Starting now.